Toe drags, fumble recoveries,
We got it.
strip sacks.
I got it.
If it's NFL football and it happened, we got it. Never miss a thing with broadcast replays, condensed games, and coaches' film. NFL Game Pass. Get it for a new lower price today.
Tomorrow at 7, we preview Sunday's Falcons-Patriots Super Bowl rematch.
I can't believe it.
NFL Total Access, tomorrow at 7 on NFL Network.
Welcome to the Mazda postgame show.
What a finish here in Oakland as Derek Carr hits Michael Crabtree for the game-winning touchdown with 0 seconds left on the clock as the Oakland Raiders come from behind to win 31-30. And Derek Carr, the star of the game, will be joining us here on the Mazda postgame set in just a moment. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Amber Theo Harris along with Deion Sanders, Marshall Falk, Steve Mariucci, and Michael Irvin. What a finish here. It was 4 end-of-the-game plays, but finally it ends the way it does, and the Raiders season may be saved here tonight. Michael.
Ain't no maybe. This was a saving the season game tonight. We talked about it. We talked about the desperation that the Raiders were in, and they came out and played. I love how they made such a concerted effort to get Amari Cooper involved early, get those wide receivers involved, and then later on in the game, Michael Crabtree won the game. An incredible job by that Raider team to stay in this game and win this game.
One of the great games of the season came down. 2 great quarterbacks playing. Comes down to the last play. 417 yards passing by Derek Carr. 3 touchdowns, no picks. This is what greatness is made of.
Derek Carr showed us everything that he is made of tonight. Boy, a star he is.
Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, Derek Carr. This gang, really, like you said, Mike, they preserved their season. I hope they can find a way to bring Marshawn Lynch back into the fold and utilize him to his best of his capabilities.
For more on the wild finish, let's send it up to the booth and check in with Jim Nantz and Tony Romo.
All right, thank you, Tony. This is your 9th game. You may someday say you've done 500. Who knows? Maybe more of these. I promise you'll never see a last sequence of plays like what you saw here tonight. I've never been close to seeing anything like that.
Not everybody out there knows, but I'm pretty sure a guy named Ken Venturi might have called you over and said the same thing to you when you were young, 86 at the Masters.
Oh, that's right.
And you know what? That's exactly right. I think you're right. That was unique, different, and wow. I mean, I just couldn't believe that kept happening. To have that many game-finishing plays to winning, it just never happens that way. Special night in Oakland.
Where do these teams go from here, Tony? The Raiders getting the lift of this game, and everybody's saying it, saving their season with that to go to 3-4. And Kansas City, meanwhile, having to accept this defeat, its 2nd loss in 4 days.
This is a devastating loss for Kansas City because they played well enough to win. But both these teams need their defenses. I mean, in a nutshell, to win in January and to go win the whole thing, they got to improve. Barry really hurt Kansas City being out. Their defense is around nickel and dime. That means they put a lot of little guys out there. You can do that when Barry can go down in the box and play the run and play back. I just think they've got to morph a little bit now defensively, and Oakland's defense has to step up. They saved their season in a lot of ways. I really think that today with their schedule that they have upcoming. Kansas City's okay. But, boy, now all of a sudden their game next week becomes big.
You know, Alex Smith played another Super Bowl game today, but Derek Carr went over 400 yards. Here he is just a couple of weeks removed from the back injury, and you've seen him now 3 times. You wanted to see if he was taking this next step. I remember that at the first of the season. What do you think now if you saw the way he led this team from behind?
Well, I think you saw last year take that leap, and that all great young quarterbacks are like, boy, this guy's going to... But he hadn't faced that adversity after the expectations came in, and you were just talking about that. The expectations, once you become a guy that people think, you know, is really good and you're in the upper echelon, well, now when you hit that roadblock and now you're not playing well, you know what? People are going to ask questions. And for you to come back out after that broken transverse process in your back and play a game like that and win, sends a message to everybody in Raider Nation that says, I'm here to stay.
Great fun, Tony.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
We'll see you Sunday with Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, and next Thursday in Baltimore. Miami coming to Baltimore. Coming up next, after your local news, don't miss The Late Show with Stephen Colbert as he welcomes Jeff Bridges, followed by The Late Late Show with James Corden. That's tonight only CBS. So, take a while to get your mind completely around this one. For more, the Mazda postgame show is continuing on NFL Network. You'll love hearing the insights and the live interviews coming up there. In the meantime, for Tony, Tracy, and Jay, Jim Nance saying so long from Oakland, and thanks for watching the Mazda postgame show.
And the Mazda postgame show continues here on NFL Network. Derek Carr will be joining us here on the Mazda postgame set in just a bit. But fellas, tonight, a franchise quarterback played like a franchise quarterback with a fractured back, 417 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 penalties, 1 reverse touchdown, and that all came with 10 seconds left in the game. What does this say, Mooch, about Derek Carr?
This is amazing because in the pregame show we're talking about MVP Alex Smith, and he did play very well. Over 300 yards, no picks again, 3 touchdowns. But the story of the game is Derek Carr. What's wrong with the Raiders? What's wrong with Todd Downing, the offensive coordinator? Let's get the ball to Amari Cooper early, and they did that early and often. He caught that first touchdown. What a game he had, over 200 yards receiving. I like the way Derek distributed the ball to everybody. And Derek Cook right at the end, and then they run this sprint left option at the end for the touchdown. Man, 417 yards by Derek Carr. Fantastic football game, fantastic quarterbacking.
The whole pregame show, we were marveling at all the playmakers for Kansas City. And it ended up being the playmakers for the Raiders that came out on top. You got to give your hats off to Derek Carr. But this receiving corps for the Oakland Raiders, they stepped up. The defense, can I say that again? The defense for the Oakland Raiders stepped up. And I'm proud of these guys. I didn't think they would win. There was no way I would think they would beat the Chiefs that they hadn't beat in 5 different occasions. But these guys stepped up.
Derek Carr, getting ready to come on the set. He's coming up next. And right after us, it is Total Access in-game with Chris Rose, Willie McGinnis, DeMarcus Ware, and the gang. That's coming up right after the Mazda postgame show, only on NFL Network.
The Thursday Night Football postgame show is presented by the Mazda CX-5. Driving matters. And brought to you by Verizon, the best network and the best unlimited.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it.
Test drive the CX-5 and experience the details for yourself.
Get your game day started Sunday at 7 a.m. with NFL Game Day Morning.
Look at that high kick.
The Falcons head to Foxborough for a Super Bowl rematch. With both teams struggling this season, our guys will let you know why it's way too early to count either one out.
Rodgers is writhing in pain.
Brett Hundley is the next man up. Our Hall of Fame QB Kurt Warner has been there before, and he'll explain exactly what Hundley has to do to succeed against the Saints. Plus, the Cowboys and Niners renew a classic NFC rivalry. Michael Irvin will let you know if a trip to San Francisco could result in a Texas-sized trap game. It all starts Sunday at 7. Then at 9, it's Rich, Mooch, and Hall of Famers Marshall, Kurt, and Michael taking you right up to kickoff.
Well, with his touchdown to Michael Crabtree with no time left on the clock, Derek Carr now becomes a quarterback with the most fourth-quarter comebacks in the NFL over the last 3 seasons, and he joins us now on the Mazda postgame set. What a win for this Raiders team and for the Raiders fans who are sticking around now to enjoy this one a little bit longer. Congratulations. What does this win do for the season?
First, it gives us a nice weekend. You know, we had a tough month. You know, it was a lot of adversity, and we bounced back. And so now we got to get it rolling. We got to get back on track like we did today, but we got to get better. You know, we did some things out there that weren't too good, and we got to fix those things quick.
Derek, give me your mindset and your emotion that last drive. What were you thinking? I mean, it's back and forth. There's PI calls. There's a lot of stuff happening at the end of the game. How do you keep calm? How do you keep the guys in the huddle calm?
You know, the thing with our team is we've been in that situation a lot for whatever reason. And, you know, we have a good veteran group, a group that has done that together a lot. And so we just look at each other and we know if each man just does his job, we have a chance to win the game.
Derek, I've never seen a stadium with people sticking around. Thousands of people are still right here sticking around. You've got Raider fans not only in this Oakland Coliseum, but all over the country. All over the country. Yeah. In fact, let's take a look at the people down in Los Angeles that are Derek Carr fans.
Oh, his big brother.
Who is that guy? You know what? That's Brother David down in that studio. And I'm not kidding. I had Brett Favre. We never sprinted left, okay, on a sprint option type throw. Steve Young, we never sprinted right. That last play, do or die, for the fourth time with no time on the clock. Talk about that play for the touchdown.
Man, you know what? It's something that Crab and I have worked, and it's one of those things that we've done it over and over and over again, and we've never done it in a game, you know. So we going into the game, we were going to only do it one way. But, you know, we at that moment, I looked at Coach and I said, hey, you know, whatever our signal was, I said, let's do it that way.
You practiced it all week going to the right?
We practiced all week going to the right. And then, you know, when the game, you know, was on the line, Coach knew that me and Crab have spent much time, you know, doing it on our own.
Peters was on the other side.
Was that the reason? Was that
That's respect. That's respect, baby.
That's respect. And it was much more vulnerable on the other side. They had been lighting them up all night.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
It was a good call. D, I talked about this, man. I talked about it pregame. I talked about it last week. I don't know how you did it. I've had that transverse process. That hurt. The injury is so painful.
Yeah.
I said, you got to give them all the credit in the world for stepping back on this football field.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the pain that you went through, that you had to go through to sacrifice for your team. And then I want to hear a little bit about Amari Cooper.
Yeah, so first, you know, with the back, you know, it's one of the worst things. You can't walk, and the only thing I can tell you is that it was God, and you know that, you know.
Amen.
I got down and I prayed, and I said the only way I'm going to be able to come back is if you come and help me. And within a couple of days, I could do absolutely everything, and I was able to play. And so, you know, that thing, you know, when you break one, they say 2 to 6 weeks. Well, I broke 3. And was, you know, ready. You know, I was practicing 3 days later.
It's incredible, man. I'm just telling you, it's incredible. I know people out there, they never had it. Trust me when I tell you, it's incredible the way you did. Now, you made a concerted effort to get that ball to Amari Cooper, to get him going. How important was that tonight?
Huge.
For the rest of your season.
You know, me and Coop, we're going to be tied to each other for our careers. And, you know, the only people that are going to get us out of a slump are me and him. You know, no one's going to come save us. No one's going to come help us. We got to do it. And, you know, Coop works his tail off. He never stops. He never stops working. He never stops talking to me, making sure he's on the right page. If I ever tell him, hey, we make stuff up sometimes. Hey, do this. Okay. You know, and we've done it, you know, so many times in practice that, you know, we can do it together.
This was an effort that was just prized by the whole team. Defense played a wonderful role.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack, as well as Navarro Bowman, you can see, just made 2 stops on the last drive to get them off the field so you guys could get on the field. Yeah. Are you guys saying in that team, offense, come on, guys, or the offense and defense, come on, guys?
Yeah, you know what? The thing that's awesome about our team is Khalil and I, you know, obviously we're the leaders, and people are going to look to us. And I told him, hey, I'll handle my guys, you handle yours.
There you go.
And we'll take care of it. I said, we don't ever need to go this way and that way. You know, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that. You handle yours, I'll handle mine, and we'll get it right and make sure. Because we knew we're doing things the right way. You know, we're working our tails off. We're there early. We're taking care of our bodies. We're doing all the things the right way. And so when you get adversity, we know it's going to fix itself, but let's not point fingers. Let's make sure we come together. And so that's how we do it.
What's the first thing you're going to say? I'm sorry, Marshall. What's the first thing that you're going to say when you see Marshawn Lynch?
I just saw him. I said, thanks for having my back. You know, you never want your teammate getting kicked out or anything like that. But I said, hey, man, it means a lot to me that you had my back. And he said, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, okay. He said, no problem.
No problem.
Were you guys in desperation mode? Well, coming into this game, we had to pick the game. And the only thing that we could think about was, man, they're desperate. Like, they're home. They are desperate. They have to win this game. Exactly.
Right.
Like, we've been talking about you guys being a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah.
Where did that take you guys, and how did that mindset help you guys coming into this game?
2-5 didn't sound good.
Well,
that didn't sit well with us. And like I said, we have a good group of guys that have been through that situation a lot. And we just looked at each other and we just kept believing. Because the only thing that's going to get us out of a situation is the guys in that locker room. No one's going to come save us. No one's going to do some magic thing and it's going to go our way. We have to earn it. And that we wouldn't want it any other way. And we have a tough road to go. I mean, we're 3-4 and we're not happy. We can't look past, we can't look at this and just think, oh man, we did it. We have a long way to go to reach the goals we want, but we're heading in the right way.
Derek, I got to ask you this. I'm sorry, all right? That play that we just showed where Marshawn ran out there and there was a fight and all that stuff, was that a quarterback draw? What was that play?
I checked to a draw.
You checked to a draw? Did you forget about this back that you have 3 now? Transfers process?
Sometimes it slips my mind, but I checked to a draw and just, they did a good job.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I can tell you, your energy, all of it, man, your spirit, it exudes. So you feel it on the set. So I know what you mean to those guys in the locker room. Usually after a big game, you get 7 days. You guys got 10 days.
Yes.
10 days. And then all of this starts all back over again, going up against Buffalo, then Miami.
Yes.
How important is it for you guys to enjoy these 10 days, but jump right back on it and pick up where you left off here tonight?
I'm definitely going to enjoy it, and I'm going to enjoy my family. I'm going to enjoy my wife because she's been there for me. When I come home a little frustrated or anything like that, I'm going to enjoy my boys. My two boys, I'm going to make sure I spend a lot of time with them because being a husband and being a dad is way more important than this. So I'm going to make sure I enjoy them, but at the same time, I'm going to make sure that I get ahead on my film and start getting ready for the next opponent tomorrow.
But when you win, you can go be a better husband in here. Everything is better.
A happier husband. A happier husband for sure.
Hey, man, Derek, we're going to let you get out of here, man. But I'm happy and I'm pleased and I'm elated the way you show your faith, man.
Thank you.
I really am. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Tonight, if tonight doesn't show our country that we have the best game, this is not even at the halfway point.
Right.
And this is a regular season game. This kind of excitement, this kind of passion. We have the best professional game in the world. We really do.
Yeah, hands down.
We're in good hands with young quarterbacks like you, man. We're in great
I'll tell you
hands.
this, enjoy this one, because everybody up here didn't pick you guys tonight.
I did.
Throwing nobody under the bus. I just wanted you to know. Everybody.
Who you got this week? Fresno or San Diego?
You know I'm going Aztecs. You're saying everybody up here.
You still got a briefcase from the Aztecs. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, we're going to send you off here, but from all of us, Derek Carr, hope you have a good
You come
weekend in
from
Fresno.
New Orleans, way to San Diego.
All right.
God bless you guys.
Well, great job,
All
man.
right, Derek, thanks so much for joining the setting. Congratulations on the big win. Now is the Raiders are 3-4. And before you go, don't let him go just yet, because I do hear that Big Brother is always watching, and David Carr wants to say something to you from Culver. Put your ears back in, Derek, and let us know if you can hear your big brother.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
All
hear
right,
you.
man. Good.
What's up, dude?
Fantastic. By the way, it's 33 degrees in this studio, and I'm sweating still. So, thanks, man. We had a good time.
Hey, love you, man. Appreciate you.
I can't hear him, though.
Oh,
I wish I could hear him. I can't hear you. Okay, so I can't hear you, but I know this for a fact. My mom and dad are definitely out there. So make sure you go give them a hug and calm them down, because they are absolutely freaking out.
I got you.
Because I made everyone in the studio freak out. So love you, brother. Good job, man.
We'll give the entire Carr family a hug for sure. Congratulations, Derek Carr. A big win for the Oakland Raiders here at home. They improved to 3-4. Much more to come on NFL Total Access in-game coming up. Big brother David Carr with more on Little Brother's win here in Oakland. Good night from Oakland, everybody.
Continue on here on the Mazda postgame show. It's McGinnis, Ware, Carr, and Rose with you. Coming up in just a few minutes, NFL Total Access Endgame. And boy, do we have a game to break down for you. Might have been the best one of the year, at least according to this guy. Hammer! Just win, baby. Let's go.
I see you, Hammer.
That's right. Willie's wearing his parachute pants in honor of you. Don't worry.
Wow.
All right, so let's show you how it all broke down in the final few minutes up there in Oakland. Navarro Bowman just signed off of San Francisco's squad. Big hit late in the game against Alex Smith. Here, take that.
Nice hit.
Nice legal hit.
That was legal. And then Khalil Mack.
Can't complain about that one, Alex.
Combining for the sack here, the only one in the game, and that got the silver and black, the ball back into Derek Carr's hands for the last drive. It's Jared Cooper for the game-winning. He's in. No, he's not. He's down at the half-yard line. Then we have like 16 defensive and offensive penalties in between then. Then the untimed down, the touchdown to Crabtree. The PAT is good. The silver and black snap a 4-game losing streak against the 5-2 Chiefs.
They close the game.
We've all got a piece of this thing. It's against a rival here, obviously, so it's even a little tougher. But our guys will bounce back. They'll get a little rest here and come back strong for the next one.
Chiefs had a 12-game divisional winning streak before that one. All right, I felt like all our last name was Carr watching that last drive.
Family, man, you're all a part of this, man.
Right?
Yeah. Yep, that's it.
What did you see? What were you feeling? What the heck was going on in that dome?
You see, Andy Reid was even smiling because he likes Derek too. Andy Reid's good. So you got to, if you're a football fan, you just enjoyed that football game, right? It was just fantastic. I mean, 2 untimed downs at the end, all the emotions. But man, they've done this. They've done this. They did this last year. It was stressful in our house. My mom was freaking out, and that's just. But like he said on the set. They've been in this situation before, so they know what to do. And you know where he's going, Crabtree. And he went there twice, once with Marcus Peters, and then again sprinting out with the game on the line.
All right, let's cut to the chase. Look at you.
I mean,
Look at you, man.
I'm involved. I'm invested. I don't know if you guys know that, but I am.
He almost went through the TV.
I am invested.
I'll be honest. I thought that stuff you put in your hair was going to start sweating into the rest of your body.
This is fine.
All right, so guys, what did you see tonight? I mean, obviously Derek Carr, just a week, basically 2 weeks removed from the back issue. Had an awesome game. We know that. Amari Cooper is another guy who's been MIA.
Wait a minute. You still want to trade Coop? You still want to trade Cooper?
No,
what does that mean?
Who wanted to trade Cooper?
No, I'm just saying. You still want to trade him up your fantasy or something?
Yeah, no, I would.
Okay.
He's good. Hey, man, look at Cooper. Cooper is a guy, and you'll show later, he can catch the football.
I know
right? That's not an issue. It's just a little bit of confidence. And the best receivers I've ever been around, they just got to go out there and have a game like this, and then watch what happens the rest of the year.
210.
That's all you need is a little bit of a spark.
With 2 tugs. Yep. And I always say with great players, sometimes they fall in a little bit of slump. But like a shooter, if you're a basketball, you got to shoot your way out. As a receiver, you got to keep going to him. And Derek has a lot of confidence in this guy. He showed up tonight. He made some big plays. He did drop a couple of balls, but it was okay. He made up for some of these big plays, and he stayed to it. A lot of confidence in himself. And just this about your brother, the quarterback. I always say this. We use the word great a lot when we talk quarterbacks and players. You separate the great and the elite from situations like this. When the game is on the line, there's 2 minutes left, the team is right in your back, and you can go down and make plays and drive the field. With the penalties, with everything that's going on, those are the elite and great players. That's how you separate yourself from these other players that sometimes we loosely use the word great. That's the definition of great, what we saw tonight.
And DeMarcus, with the defense, I mean, when you're trying to stop the Raiders from getting in the end zone and it's flag after flag, does it feel like an avalanche out there?
I mean, it feels like an avalanche out there, but for me, my take from the game is how well they protected the quarterback going against a team that like to rush the passer. And knowing that Derek Carr hurts his back, that offensive line giving up no sacks, that was so big for this game. Fantastic. And he aired it out, and he balled out this game.
I listened to a lot of chatter this upcoming week. Get rid of the offensive line. They can't run the ball. This passing game is lethargic. They can't throw the ball. Cooper should be traded. He should be out of there. It's week 7. Calm down and relax. Teams will start to gel. Good teams always find themselves.
Right.
You were talking about being able to protect the quarterback. Well, that's something we saw in the first half of the game when Derek actually called for a quarterback draw. Ends up getting lit up by Marcus Peters, who grew up in Oakland and was mentored by Marshawn Lynch, who comes charging in off the sideline, trying to break things up, I guess.
At least he put his helmet on.
And then he put his hands on the referee. That is not only a penalty, that is an ejection. So,
that's money.
Yeah, that's money.
That's going to be big money for Beast Mode. Now, so what did he do afterward? Some people reported that he had left. This is according to Barstool Sports. He was actually in the crowd there. Are we buying that that's Smart John?
I don't know. It looks like it.
Looks like
okay. Well, this is from our Omar Ruiz, who tweeted this picture of Marshawn in the locker room. So, same outfit?
Same outfit. Maybe he stuck around. He caught a good game.
He was in the building.
Yeah, well, we did hear your brother say that he just talked to him.
He didn't stick around. Yeah,
and said, thank you for protecting me.
Yeah.
But that's going to probably cost him a little bit, if not a game.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we will see. What a game we have to break down here tonight. The Chiefs fall to 5-2. The Raiders perhaps saving their season.
Yep.
Also ahead on Total Access Endgame. The Dallas Cowboys. Do they have to win in the Bay Area as well to perhaps save their season? We'll break it all down. You guys ready to get it going?
Let's do it.
McGinnis, Ware, Carr, and Rose coming your way right next on NFL Total Access Endgame.
Thank you for watching the Mazda postgame show.
The Thursday Night Football postgame show is presented by the 3-row Mazda CX-9 and brought to you by McDonald's $2 small McCafe drinks.
Can a car be crafted instead of produced? Designed with attention and care to give a feeling that stays with you. At Mazda, every detail matters because driving matters. Test drive the CX-9 and discover the details that make driving better.